Welcome students to Sabat Academy. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is compounds containing nitrogen, which is also called as amines. Let us focus into the topics which we will be discussing under this chapter. First is, what are amines, its classifications, its structures, nomenclatures, methods of preparations of amines. There are several methods which we will be discussing under this chapter. Next is chemical reactions of amines. Next, preparations of diazonium salts and the importance in synthesis of aromatic compounds. So let's move on to the very first move, that is introductions of amines. Now amines are actually an important class of organic compounds that is obtained by replacing one, two or all the three hydrogen atoms. Okay, as you can see, I have already highlighted the term hydrogens. That hydrogen atoms are replaced in ammonia molecule by either alkyls or aryl groups. Okay, alkyl groups or aryl groups. Aryl groups are those groups which contains aromatic rings. So these things can also be explained as if like we can see in ammonia here. Okay, if one hydrogen atom, since it has been said that 1, 2 or 3 hydrogen atoms can be replaced, so let's move on by replacing one by one the 3 hydrogen atoms. So what happens is, once we are replacing one hydrogen atom with an alkyl group, the compound so formed will be RNH2. Okay, since one hydrogen atom is replaced, this will be a primary amine. Primary amine is represented as 1 degree amine. Okay, further if we replace another hydrogen atom by an alkyl group, it will be written as R2NH. Okay, this is a 2 degree amine. Since we have replaced 2 hydrogen atoms, so it is a 2 degree amine. Now further, last, that is the third hydrogen replaced by an alkyl group, so it will be R3N alone. Okay, R3 with N. So this will be a tertiary amine. Since one by one we have replaced all the 3 hydrogen atoms with alkyl groups, it can similarly be replaced by aryl groups as well. So let us move on to its classification. Classification we have already seen. So this is the structure of ammonia. Okay, nitrogen holding 3 hydrogen atoms. This is the structure of ammonia. Within ammonia, when one hydrogen atom is actually replaced by an alkyl group, it is a primary amine. When 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced by an alkyl group, it is a secondary. Whereas all the 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced, then it becomes a tertiary amine. Okay students, move on to the further classifications of amines, that is aliphatic amines. Okay, aliphatic amines are the amines in which the nitrogen atom, okay, that is the central atom, is directly linked to 1, 2 or 3 same or different alkyl groups. Okay, as we have seen the replacements of hydrogen members of ammonia by alkyl groups. Okay, that is plus R here. So this is RNH2. Okay, so this RNH2 is actually an alkyl group attached by replacing an hydrogen member of nitrogen atom. Okay, so this is actually means aliphatic amines. Okay, aliphatic amine means alkyl group will be attached to it. If aromatic means it will be attached with an aromatic ring. Okay students, hope so you have understood. So let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example. So the example will be, here I have taken an example of, here we have taken an example of an alkyl group, that is the second alkyl member, which is named as ethyl, and here NH2 is an amine. Okay, NH2 means there is only replacement of one and only hydrogen atom by an alkyl group. So it is named as the alkyl with whom it is replaced, okay, with whom hydrogen is replaced, and the amine. Okay, so this is actually a primary amine because one hydrogen is replaced by one alkyl group, so it is primary. So let us take another example. As you can just see, here we have taken two alkyl members. Okay, we have taken two alkyl members. Two alkyl members means two hydrogen atoms are replaced. Okay, so two hydrogen atoms are replaced, and what are the alkyls here? So the alkyl here is actually ethyl on both the sides. So it will be named as di, and di if a prefix is added, then E should be small. Diethyl, and this is an amine. Since here two hydrogen atoms are replaced, that means it will be a secondary amine. Okay. So let us take another example. Let us take an example that is CH3 on one side, N at the center, and C2H5 on the other side, and on the third side let's take C3H7. Okay, C3H7, that is propyl. Okay, so one side it is methyl, on the other side it is ethyl, on the third side it is a propyl group. Okay, so for naming, okay, we'll consider the longest carbon with the nitrogen member. So we'll just name it as ethyl, methyl. Since it is in a straight chain, it will be named as N-propyl amine. Okay, we'll be actually writing it in an alphabetical order. We won't be considering the longest chain. Okay, we'll be considering the longest chain under IUPAC naming rules. Okay, students, so this is my methyl member, this is ethyl, and this is propyl. Since everything is in a straight chain and propyl is in a straight chain form, so it is named as N-propyl. Okay, we are already aware of that propyl members can be N, that is in a linear fashion. If it is in branch, then it is in isopropyl form. For butane, we have seen N-butane, isobutane, and neobutanes. Isn't it, students? So let's move on to the next category of classification, that is aromatic amines. And under aromatic amines, there is further classification, further subcategories, that is aryl amines. Okay, aryl amine means, as the name suggests, aryl amine means hydrogens are actually replaced by aryl groups, and obviously it will be connected to the nitrogen atom, isn't it? So let's move on to an example, and we'll understand it in a better way. This is actually my aromatic ring. Okay, see, this is actually my aromatic ring. Aromatic ring is replaced in place of hydrogen that is directly connected to nitrogen. So here it is named as aniline. Aniline, why? Because only one hydrogen atom is replaced by a aryl group. Okay, so it is 1 degree amine, and its common name is aniline. It can also be named as, see, the benzene ring, which is actually considered, which is actually taken as a aromatic group. Okay, here it is no more a benzene now, it will act as a phenyl group. Okay, why phenyl group? Because if it would have been C6H6, then it would have been a benzene, but now here it is C6H5, so it will be a phenyl amine. Move on to the next examples. We have taken two more examples, that is, one is for primaries, the second one is acting as a secondary amine example. As you can see here, there are two hydrogen atoms replaced by aryl groups. Okay, so it is a secondary amine. This will be named as diphenyl amine. Okay, diphenyl amine. And third example, you would have already guessed it about, isn't it, students? So similar examples. So it is a 3 degree amine, which will be named as triphenyl amine. Okay, since 3 phenyl groups attached on all the 3 directions, all the 3 sides of the nitrogen atom, so it is triphenyl amine. Moving on to the next classification, that is aryl-alkyl amine. Aryl-alkyl amine, okay, you would have at least got an idea about aryl-alkyl, means it is an inclusive of aromatic as well as an alkyl chain. Okay, so let us look into the definition first. Amines in which the nitrogen atom, okay, the nitrogen atom is attached to the side chains of 1, 2 or 3 either same or different aromatic rings. Okay, aromatic rings, side chains of the aromatic rings. Now what does it mean? See, here I have considered an example. This is my amine group. This is my amine group. Here amine members NH2, that means obviously one hydrogen atom is replaced with a combination of air alkyl group. Okay, now this is actually acting as in my alkyl member, and here it is an aryl member. So air alkyl amine. Okay, so the nitrogen which attached, the nitrogen is attached to the first carbon. Okay, and this is an alkyl group, and the alkyl is further connected to aryl members. Okay, so this will be named as benzyl amine. Even this can also be named as, okay, this is a primary amine. This is named as, the common name of this compound is benzyl amine, or else we can also name it as phenyl. Okay, phenyl group, our aromatic group is phenyl group. Okay, phenyl amino methane. Our amine group is attached to a one number carbon. Okay, one single carbon. So it is named as phenyl amino methane. Got it, students? Let us move on to another example. Here there are two benzyl groups attached to my central nitrogen atom. So this is an example of 2-degree amine, and this is named as diphenyl. Sorry, it will be named as dibenzyl. It will be named as dibenzyl amine. Okay, so moving on to another example. Here this is also acting as an tertiary compound. Okay, tertiary compound. This is written as 3-degree amines, and since all the three members are same here, the prefix tri and the air alkyl member is here is, sorry, once again, is benzyl amine, tri-benzyl amine. Hope so you have understood this much, students. Classifications of amines, that is two categories, that is aliphatic and aromatic. Under aromatic, aliphatic and aromatic. Under aliphatic, nitrogen groups are directly connected to alkyl groups, okay, by replacing 1, 2 or 3 hydrogen atoms. Whereas in aromatic, there are further two categories. One is aryl and the other is air alkyl amines. Under aryl amines, we will see aromatic rings are actually replaced in place of hydrogen. Okay, and for air alkyl amines, we will see the nitrogen atoms are directly attached to the side chains of the aromatic rings. Okay, so as we have seen examples, that is benzylamine or diphenylamine, triphenylamine, and so on. So let us move on to the next session, that is simple or mixed amines. Okay, the simple amines are the amines. The simple amines are the amines in which the hydrogen atoms are replaced by either same alkyl or by same aryl members. So let's have a look. Here our nitrogen members, two hydrogen members are nitrogen, which is acting as a central atom here. Its two hydrogen members are replaced by two same methyl or two same alkyl groups. Okay, the alkyl groups here are methyl. So it is named as dimethyl amine. Okay, dimethyl amine. Got it, students? Simple amines are those amines in which the alkyl or the aryl groups whichever is replaced in place of hydrogen, that members will be of same kind. Okay, so C6H53. C6H5 is actually my phenyl members. Okay, so here, since all the three sides are actually replaced by a phenyl group, it will be named as triphenyl amine. So let us moving on to the next category, that is mixed amines. So under mixed amines we will see two examples. Okay, one side, the first example consists of in which two different alkyl members are replaced by two hydrogen atoms. Okay, so that is, one side it is methyl and the other side it is ethyl. So according to the common namings, we will write it as ethyl methyl amine. Okay, and it is an example of a 2-degree amine. Okay, ethyl amines. Now let's move on to the next example, that is 3 different alkyl members. Okay, as we can see, N is surrounded by 3 different alkyl members. On the top it is methyl, next surrounded by ethyl and propyl alkyl groups. Okay, so let's go for its naming. Before that, we already know that it is a tertiary amine. Why so? Because N is surrounded by 3 different alkyl groups. Okay, tertiary, so it is a tertiary amine. So what about its naming? Naming will be in alphabetical order. So first we will name it as ethyl, methyl, and the next is N-propyl. Okay, N-propyl and amine. Okay, this is my IUPAC naming. Why N-propyl is mentioned? Because it is in a linear manner. Okay, if one carbon would have been arranged at the second position, a methyl group, then it would have been iso. Or else if 2 members of methyl group attached at the second position, it would have been neo. But it is not so in such case, so it will be just simply an N-propyl amine group. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, that is quaternary ammonium compounds. Quaternary ammonium compounds is actually a compound. It is actually a compound which derived from ammonium salts. In which all the 4 hydrogen atoms of the ammonium ion group is being replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. Okay, so let's have a look into the ammonium ion structures. So ammonium ion looks like the structure which is right in front of you. This is, see, ammonia has got NH3 and ammonium is NH4. Ammonia is NH3. So as you can see, there is a plus sign mentioned here. That means NH4 plus is actually a ammonium ion. Why so plus sign? Because it is holding an additional bond of hydrogen that actually leads to a plus sign. So what the definition has said about, what the explanation of quaternary ammonium says is 4 hydrogen members of ammonium are replaced by either alkyl or aryl. So let's see an example, that is all the 4 hydrogen members are replaced by alkyl members. Okay, methyl members. Here all the 4 replaced members are methyl members. Since all the 4 are replaced, so it is named as tetra. Tetra means 4. Tetra methyl ammonium iodide. Iodide actually is because of I minus. Since they have salt, these are derived from ammonium salt. So NH4 plus I minus is a tetramethyl ammonium iodide salt. Hope so you have understood, students. Let's move on to the next topic, that is the structure of amine. Structure of amine says, structure of amine needs to be explained with the hybridizations of nitrogen atom. Okay, hybridization of nitrogen atom can be found by the formula, that is hybridization equals to the number of bond pairs plus the number of lone pairs. Now this is actually for finding hybridization of nitrogen atom. Okay, so nitrogen atom, chalo, let us take an example of ammonia. Ammonia is actually surrounded by 3 hydrogen bonds, 3 hydrogen atoms. That means it is leading to 3 hydrogen bonds. Okay, let's expand it. 3 hydrogen bonds are surrounded, 3 hydrogen atoms, sorry, are surrounded to nitrogen. Okay, even though 3 hydrogen atoms are surrounded, it has got a lone pair. Okay, why lone pair, students? The reason is in nitrogen's outermost shell there are 5 electrons present. Okay, so to complete its octet it needs 3 more electrons, isn't it? So 3 more electrons are actually shared by hydrogens. Okay, 3 electrons, out of existing 3 electrons, 2 remains unshared and 3 are shared with hydrogen. So that's the reason it is actually holding a lone pair. What if I replace one hydrogen member with alkyl member? Still the number of bonds and lone pair remains the same. Let's move further again. R2, what if I replace 2 hydrogen members? Still the number of bond is 3 and the lone pair is also 1. Further, if R3, all the hydrogen members of nitrogen are replaced, still 3 bond pairs, that is with R with N, and 1 lone pair is still existing. Okay, so any which ways, if I replace 1, 2 or all the 3 hydrogen atoms forming primary, secondary or tertiary amines, the number of bond pairs and lone pair remains the same. So let's calculate the hybridization. Okay, the total hybridization is given by number of bond pairs, that is 3, plus number of lone pair, that is 1. So overall it tends to 4. So number of bond pairs plus lone pair tends to 4. That means it needs to be an sp3 hybridized structure. If it is an sp3 hybridized, that means it should be a tetrahedral structure. Okay, we have already seen it in hybridization. It should be a tetrahedral structure. Okay, so sp3 hybridized means tetrahedral structure, but still our amine is a pyramidal structure. Achha, why such pyramidal structure? Why so? Let's have a look into the structure in detail. See, pyramidal structure is due to the presence of lone pair. Because of the lone pair, the tetrahedral structure doesn't exist, so it leads to a pyramidal structure. As you can see, it looks like a pyramid which you would have seen in Egypt's movies or something like that. So it tends to a pyramidal structure. Okay, hope so you have understood about why pyramidal structure, because of 3 sp orbitals and 1 lone pair. Okay, now what about the bond angle so formed? Okay, one more thing, students, tetrahedral structure tends to have 109 degree and 28 minutes angle. Okay, the bond angle for tetrahedral structure should be 109 degree 28 minutes. Okay, so as we have already seen, it is not a tetrahedral structure, it holds a pyramidal structure. So its bond angle is 108 degree, specially for 3 degree amines. Okay, now why so? What about the rest of the amines? We'll see. Okay, now here why it is holding in 108 degree, that is a bit lesser angle than the tetrahedral structure. The reason is, students, because of lone pair bond pair repulsion. Okay, lone pair bond pair repulsion. Since lone pair bond pair are repulsing each other, the angle is being actually shifted a bit, so it leads to 108 degree. Now what about primary and secondary? For primary and secondary, it is actually 107 degree. Okay, the bond angle is 107 degree. The reason is because, see, for adjacent hydrogen or adjacent alkyl groups, the bond angle is 108. Okay, but for adjacent hydrogen alkyl or alkyl hydrogen, the bond angle is twisted a bit. Okay, For primary, as you can see, for primary the bond angle here will be 107. Okay, if in place of this I'll take R, then the bond angle here will also be 107. Hope so you have understood, students. Okay, so here we have completed our amines ka introduction, amines classifications, how it has been classified into primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Under that we have seen subcategorizations of amines, that is aliphatic and aromatic. Under aromatic, aryl alkyls and R-alkyl amines. Okay, sorry, R-alkyl amines. Then we have seen how simple and mixed amines are being bifurcated. Then we have proceeded to structures of amines. Hope so you have understood very well.